Now the topic is it is a very simple presentation, very well known, but let us have a quick recapitulation. We can say preparedness for ARS exam. It's not only ARS, any exam. It is just like I put ARS, but any exam or interview. Let us have some idea. Known things, but I just put in a different basket. Now structure everybody knows ARS or NET. It is being conducted by ASRB. Okay. Normally it should be annual as per the norm, not rule, as per the norm, but it is becoming more of demand driven. Sometimes once in 2 years, 3 years, sometimes after 5 years, they recruit, make the recruitment. And as per the previous BSMA means broad subject matter area. In every discipline, there is a BSMA committee. Broad subject matter means our agriculture extension, agriculture economics, agri-business, like that. We have in social science, these 3 are there. We have 10 chapters as per the currently under revision, as per the updation of Dean's Committee or BSMA. Now, this ARS syllabus also likely to be changed. As I was already telling you, so many changes they have introduced, like some extension landscape. We do not like that terminology, but it will be, it should undergo some change. Adoption, diffusion, they have cut the adoption, only diffusion is there. Advance and extension is deleted. Now they have put policy extension, like that. So many things. We have to bring contemporary extension, but something climate change extension and all, they have put the thing. We are highly unhappy, but we have to go with the government policies. Okay. Now there are 10 chapters, and the importance of each chapter, you will be knowing. Even research methodology, out of 150, it will have only 15% weightage, research methodology. But in the case of farmer innovations or like that, that they will have 20% weightage. So the weightage varies from chapter to chapter. Gender mainstreaming or women empowerment, it is only I think 15% or 15% weightage. It varies from chapter to chapter. Preliminary exam, everybody knows, only for qualifying 150 MCQ questions. You will get 4 options. So these are all the options will often confuse you. They will make it twisted questions. You might have read thoroughly, but you do not click at the time of appearing the examination. Main exam, it is 3 type of questions are there: objective type, short answer, long answer. Party questions of 2 marks, but it may be fill in the blanks very few. Mostly fill in the blanks, but you can take some match the following or choice. Normally they don't give. Rather they go for match the following, mostly fill in the blanks, so that it will really discriminate. If you remember, for example, Asia's biggest livestock fair is conducted which place? Now it is a very tough question. Definitely everyone may not remember, but if it is put in fill in the blanks, those who are not thoroughly studied, they may put wrong answer. Similarly, then short answer, 20 questions, 5 marks each. They will give adequate space there itself, and you have to write a crisp answer, 100 marks. Then long answer, 6 questions, all are compulsory, 10 marks, 60 marks. So ultimately it becomes 2 party. In interview 60 marks, so 300 they will judge you for selecting for the job. Then coming to ratio for screening, suppose number of vacancies are A. So for main exam, they will call you 15 into A. That means for every 1 vacancy, 15 people will be called. If it is 10, then 150 people will be called to appear in the main exam. But in the main exam, they will again call only 5. That is 5 into 10, 50 people may be called. So it is 1:5 for interview. So these things you must remember, that the toughest or the cutthroat competition, we can say, stiff competition, you have to survive in this kind of examinations. So for that you need very thorough knowledge. Now coming to structuring of the questions, I already told you there will be 10 to 20 questions in each chapter depending upon the syllabus. I already told you there are some chapters which will have only 10% weightage or 10 question. See, that is also not only weightage, question also will be 10 only in the particular chapter. Three different categories of questions. One is easy, medium, difficult. So they put three type of question. But the problem is, it is a perceptual. The question which I feel easy may be difficult for even another teacher. Now, leave alone students. But it is a highly perceptual. But even then, suppose if you ask a number, it is a very tough. Number of producer companies formed in up to the year 2021. Very difficult to. It may be easy. It may be difficult, depending upon the person who prepared this one. Then the principle of setting question. Any person who is asked to set the question, he will be given a time. He will be given strict instruction. You have to set a question in such a way that the person who prepared very well can able to answer, and the person who made a casual preparation may not be able to answer. So you have to discriminate. The same thing as we put our knowledge test question, difficulty index and discrimination index. Here also we apply the same principles, the level of difficulty. So these two things will be kept in mind, and also we will distribute the question at least 15 to 20% weightage we give to animal science also. You can see the syllabus very easily. Sometimes it goes beyond 30% also. Animal science is adequately covered in the ARS syllabus. Now also it will be covered. Already meeting is going on. In the new ARS syllabus, it will be revised as per the PSMA. So these things you must remember. All the 10 chapters you should study thoroughly, because every chapter will give you scoring. Then, now coming to common mistakes or errors by candidates, you can see most important thing, people don't put a proper margin, or they may write the answer even beyond the margin. You should not write. Nobody like it. The person, first of all, the person who corrects, who evaluates the paper, see the beauty of the presentation by the candidate. So proper margin is very, very essential. Then no proper numbering of question. That is another thing which we have found in competitive examination also. You must put the correct question. If it is fourth major heading, in that subheadings are there, you must put 4A, 4A1. What is the wrong? Every time you should repeat. You should not simply give the chance to search the which question the candidate has answered to the evaluator. That is a very wrong impression you will get. People will get psychologically get irritated and put less mark. Don't do the overwriting. Overwriting is a major problem, because if you don't properly make the sentence before writing, because mentally your mind should be very dynamic, very active, so that what you want to write, you should be ready. Overwriting again, if you erase and write, then that will give you a bad impression. Irrelevant answer, of course, I need not explain, because we should not write irrelevant answer. If you do not know, if you know only few points, only write the few points, you will get a mark. But irrelevant points, it will reduce your mark. No underlining of captions or title. That is another thing. What is the wrong you should you can take some color except green and red. Other colors you can take. You can at least underline the caption. That is also not at all done in the exam by many students. Then use of only one color for underlining. So try to one particular multiple type of responses in the same question, answer to the question. Then writing without data or wrong data. A very important thing. Whenever you write answer in the ARS examination, you must present. Okay, if it is a women empowerment, let us say that India is ranked 129 or 130 at the global level in the Human Development Index. In Gender Equality Index, India is ranked like that. Poverty Index, or India's position at Sustainable Development Goal in this particular category, gender equality or poverty, whatever. You must write some data. Without data, if you simply write farmers are very poor, but you write 70% of our farmers are 86% of our farmers are small landholders, small and marginal landholders. You write instead of writing just poor, you write like this. Then poor handwriting, not legible, difficult to read. These things often you can see. Speedy handwriting, if you write it should be legible. That's the most important thing. Writing in very small letter size or oversize. Some people, if they want to consume more space, they write very big letter, or they write some small letters. It is a very difficult to read by the evaluator. Then not restricted to stipulated number of lines or paras. If you are asked to write 4-5 lines, try to write 4-5 lines. Why you write 10 lines when 4 lines are asked? If you feel like farmer, if you apply more urea, you will get more yield. So farmer maybe may not be able to understand, but you are a student, you are an applicant or competitor, you must remember these things in your mind. Coming to some few tips, you know that the purpose of competitive examination is to churn out the best candidates, because jobs are very much limited, but we want to select the best. That is a very important thing. Or what is called the best fit only we should try to get. Attaining success in the first attempt is not so hard when systematic steps are followed. The very important thing, you can attempt, you can get success in the first attempt itself if you are systematically prepared everything. Coming to guidance, it's a general thing which everybody says. I also say that understand the prerequisites. One is thoroughly read the syllabus first. Then you see whether the syllabus are covered during your MSc and PhD program. If it is not there, are you having the adequate books with you? Books are very important, very essential. Then you must develop notes. So definitely you must do that one. Weightage given to each chapter or course. That's also very important thing. Especially those courses where you are not familiar, you must give more weightage. Compulsory to probe previous year's question paper to grasp the patterns. Because that's why I told you that if you understand the pattern, you will be a more successful person. Previous year question paper will give you a lot of idea and guidance, direction. Follow a scheduled time-bound activity, activity-wise preparation. Because if you allocate time only, fixed time, then definitely you will not feel bored. Otherwise, continuously if you read, you will get very much bored. You must take short breaks. At a stage, you should not study to avoid exhaustion. Extra time for difficult topics. You must extra time and extra material you should prepare. Allocate the time for revision 2 times, 3 times, because reinforcement of learning is very essential. Follow your hobbies also from the schedule of activity. You should not, if you are a player, try to 1 hour you play volleyball, football, running, whatever you want, or reading novel. So you must have that repressing mind. That's very essential thing. Also, you try to listen to music or watching a movie. Don't use this mobile phone frequently during study. It will distract you. Always, please get up at 5 o'clock. I tell you, the most important successful people all over the world, those who are succeeded, have all used to get up at the early morning. Early morning, I mean 5 o'clock or maximum 6 o'clock. If you are getting up after 6 o'clock, then you are not a very systematic person, not a sincere person. So keep in mind, discuss with the fellow students or faculty or aspirants what exactly you have read, get clarification, take suggestion from experienced people, how to attempt the exam. These are all the things you should keep in mind. Then build your basics. Build your basics mean thorough knowledge of fundamentals. Fundamental concept. I was also just telling a lot of concept extension, especially in the IK agricultural knowledge information system or management system. I was telling a lot of things like data, information, knowledge, wisdom, truth. But we can extract a lot of questions from that particular words only. For that, you must read a lot. So your fundamentals should be clear, so that instead of memorizing, try to understand the concept, so that you can remember as per that Edgar Dale concept. You will remember it for a very long time. Preparing the short notes as also very important thing you should keep in mind. Revision and timely self-evaluation. Many often I tell my own students, please make a presentation in bathroom, toilet. No problem, nothing wrong. More and more practice. Then make a presentation in front of your colleagues, juniors, seniors, so that it will give more confidence. Solve the previous year question papers. You must solve. You must write answer for the question papers. Allocate same time duration as of exam. Suppose 2-hour exam or 3-hour exam, you try to maintain. You self-evaluation is very, very essential. After the solving the paper, evaluate your answer, note down the mistake, mark the areas where you can improve. So this is the way you must try. Then confidence is a very important thing. I always say you should have positive feeling. That is very, very important. Then don't get overconfident too. That will spoil you. Try to make out a balance. Feel happy, but don't be overconfident. There will be always big person above you. Start early and read regularly to avoid the last minute stress and negativity. So these things you must keep in your mind. Take care of your body and mind. That is also very important thing. You should keep good people, positive people in and around you. Okay. So anxious, don't be anxious about the end result. Whatever it comes, you must accept. Overall, organize, pre-plan your study, keep yourself in good mental and physical condition. These tips, when followed sincerely, would lead to successful end result. So this is the way for written exam. You must study very well. Coming to interview, please do a basic research. Basic research means you must know which company, which organization you are attempting for interview. If it is ICR, ARS, then you must know thoroughly about ARS, organization structure, who are the persons occupying the top positions at ICR, how many institutes are there, what is their main role, mandate. If you know the basic, that will give you a lot of edge over the others. Then keep the CV and other documents organized. A pakka organization of your curriculum vitae with a lot of all your experience and expertise and testimonial also, it will support your clients. Okay, a well arranged file speaks about your approach to work. Punctuality, always try to reach 15 minutes before the time. Then crisp dressing. Dressing is very, very essential. Formal dress, it is always good. You can wear even shoe. If shoes are not there, good chapel. Then women must carry a neatly tied hairstyle. So these things, please, if you follow, it will make a very good impression in the interview. Soft skills, very important thing. When you are entering the interview board, you must wish all the members. But you may ask, sir, 10 people may be there, how to wish? Just a quick glance. First, chairman always will be on the center. Okay, or on the center. So, you must wish everyone within a fraction of seconds, not even minute, only seconds. But everyone you must see at least one time there are all the spaces. Okay, so then your body language, too much bending you must avoid. Many people are too much bending by seeing the senior people. Okay, okay. Then everything is assessed in interview. Now, the most important thing, eye contact. Eye contact, you must definitely, which person is asking question, you must see his face. Your eyes maintained, your eye contact will determine you how much serious you are. That's a major mistake we do. Then how to sit, that is another skill. Anyway, first of all, soft skills, you must know how to communicate. Answer the question which is asked. Don't add any extra information. Extra information, if we add, then that will invite extra question. Please remember, people like which question is asked, you only answer that one. Then do not fiddle. Suppose if you are playing with a pen, file, your tie, hair, very sincerely you must sit, put your both the hands in your front, try to use your non-formal communication to explain the question which was asked. Otherwise, it will convey a lack of confidence in you. And it is also indication of negative attribute. It is not a very positive attribute to be conveyed. Walk in confidence, try not to fiddle during the interview. These things you must keep in mind. Then greet with the firm handshake. How you put your hand, that's also very important thing. Many people very loosely they have put. So the handshake is you push to. Nowadays we are putting by Indian style of making folded hand greeting. This you must keep in your mind. No, there is no need to give your hand. In interview, just when you are asked to sit only, you must sit. You must go there. Yes, take your seat. Then you should take your seat. You should not immediately go and sit without telling. Then that will give also a negative impression about you. Then I already told you posture. How will you sit? So you must sit to the chair. Not on the corner of the chair, or not putting your leg one leg on the other leg. You should not put these kind of things. These are all called mannerism. This mannerism you must keep in your mind, and gently express your point and opinion while you talk. Sir, in my opinion, you can also say, sir, I differ from your opinion that I have experience like this. You talk like that. Okay, sir or madam is very important words. Frequently you must use. Listen well. The most important thing, when an interviewer is asking a question, the interviewee will not have the patience. Immediately, quickly he will answer. You must wait, let the interviewer finish the question, then you must answer. Okay, that's a very important thing you must keep in your mind. Maintain a smile is another very important thing. That's a personality. There is a difference between laughing and smile. You should not do laughing. You can smile. Yes, sir. A good smile is always very pleasant. It's not just to the interviewer, but anyone, everyone who is sitting there, it will give a pleasant experience for you. Then the pitch and expression, another very important thing, that the volume which how you use. Keep your volume low and do not get aggressive, even if you want to disagree. Oh, that is a very important thing. They may ask very nasty question. Kirby, you must have a balance in way of answering. A calm tone and low pitch will help you to convey your point better. You must remember, your job understanding is very essential to be a successful candidate, aspirant. But your soft skill and performance in interview go to a greater way in helping you to secure dream job. So soft skill and performance, soft skill is the most important thing where many people fail. Then take some mock interview and check your performance. Make your friends as interview panelists. Give interview to them. Ask them to assess. Give suggestion to improve. So you can stand in front of a mirror. You can practice yourself. Improve your expression and tone. Lastly, remember to switch off your mobile phone before you enter the interview call. Or don't take in a mobile phone inside. Why to take risk? You can avoid. So conclusion is, when you are preparing for competitive examination, it is more important to know what not to read than what should be read. That's the one thing. Always remember that it is not always about studying hard, but studying enough and what is necessary. So with this, I think I must finish the thank. Now I will go for interaction with you. Manohar, now you please ask whatever you want to ask.
Yes.
It is open. Just the ideas, almost every motivational speaker gives this kind of ideas, but you can ask a specific question.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Yes,
Good
yes,
afternoon.
Rajesh Kota.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir. My name is.
Good afternoon, Kota.
Yes, sir. Sir, my doubt is what is Vatica implementation by KVK premises? I need knowledge about that, sir.
Acha, acha,
What?
acha. Okay. You know primary agriculture and secondary agriculture. And
Yes,
Vatica is mainly for value addition in agriculture. VA, value addition and technology incubation in agriculture. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
VA, value addition and technology incubator, because we have to promote some kind of entrepreneurial units in KVK premises. It is implemented by ICR extension division only through KVKs. So there are more than now 721 KVKs as per the ICR website. In all the KVK, this Vatica is implemented. It is mostly promoting entrepreneurs, rural entrepreneurs in agriculture and allied enterprises. Vatica.
Okay, sir.
Okay, Rajesh Kota, where are you from? You are from?
Sir, I am from Kerala Agriculture University, sir.
Very nice, Kota. Very nice. Okay. Anybody else?
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, madam.
Sir, I'm
Jai
Jayasudha.
Sudha.
Yes, sir. Sir, I did my UG and PG from Tamil Nadu Agriculture University, sir. Now I'm a PhD student in Navasari Agriculture University, Gujarat. Sir, I know, like, I'm the fresher for ARS exam. Like, whether we need to concentrate more on current affairs oriented agriculture is like subject like book knowledge is enough, or along with current affairs we need to study, sir.
Current affairs normally it may give only 10% coverage. In every subject, current affairs means that is update. For example, suppose gender mainstreaming is there in one of the chapter, out of 10 chapter, one chapter is exclusively dedicated to gender mainstreaming. In that, the proportion of women parliamentarians in Indian Parliament, Indian Lok Sabha. Suppose one question is there, you see, this is a current affair actually. It is not, but otherwise, if you want to understand the productive role, reproductive role, community role of women, then you must study the basic concept. Okay, Jayasida. But in the particular field, who are the how many number of women who got Padma Shri award in the year 2021 something? You see, it is a current affairs, but you must know, or how many people got women Nobel laureates, or who is the first woman Nobel laureate? This type of thing is a basic thing. It may not be current affairs, but you must have a good idea about, grasp a good idea about this one. Then only we can discriminate. Current affairs may gender equality, gender pay gap, then current schemes launched by the government of India. Now there is one program called GATI. GATI means Gender Advancement in Transforming Institutions. It is implemented in 16 institutions by the Department of Science and Technology, DST program. You see, now in that 2-3 points I have told you. Maybe they can ask, GATI is introduced in how many institutes? They can give 15, 16, they can give a number. Or who is sponsoring GATI? They will put ICR, Ministry of Agriculture, Department of Science and Technology, they can ask. So these are all the current affairs, but which can be asked. Why we should not ask? It is the duty of the aspirant to know these kind of things. What are the main activities of GATI? Gender Advancement in Transforming Institution. Some latest schemes, we must be able to know it. Is it okay, Jayasudha?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. You have done MSc, PhD, and UG from TNAU.
Yes, sir.
So currently, you are in Navasari.
Yes, sir.
Okay. It's very nice to listen to you. Anybody else? Thank you. And one question, it was asked, where to get previous year question paper? Any website? There is no website, but there are so many books have come up. Competitive examination books, ARS question papers. In that, at the end, they put a question paper. They don't publish. Mainly, many of the time, maybe previous question papers, some question papers are available, but it is available. I have seen in that with Sarma at New Delhi, na IRA. He used to keep these kind of things. Otherwise, normal sources our seniors. Seniors are the best source. I think that is asked by Jai Sudha only. Okay. Anybody else? Sarvajit, no doubt for you.
Please interact.
Sarvajit,
Yes, sir.
no doubt for you.
Sir, who shall be our panel members? Like, how are they chosen?
How? Who should be panel members?
The interviewers.
पैनल मेंबर कौन कौन होगा? पैनल मेंबर में ARS इंटरव्यू में one of the member of ASRB who is looking after the social science and engineering. See, there are one chairman, 3 members in ASRB. That means 4 people are there. Out of 4, for initial recruitment, like scientist recruitment, only one person will sit as a chairperson. But they will invite the deans, retired professors at the level of principal scientists or professors, cadre. They will invite as experts. Okay, but nowadays in big posts, they also invite one psychologist. Psychologist will observe you, your eye contact, how are you sitting. They will see your nervousness, your facial expression, everything he will record. So panel member may in general 3 experts they call, then 1 chairman. But in the case of big post, around 7 to 8 people are sitting. Big post means I am telling director level recruitment. Head, HOD. HOD interview nowadays they call even vice chancellors.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Jasan Arokyam. Jasan Arokyam.
Jason, he is also from Tamil Nadu Agriculture University.
Yes, I know that person he has sent something, but still he is following that old method of sending that variables, ranking, then getting it. Google Form, why he is not using, I do not know. Now we should become smart because we teach all smart technologies in this PPT, and Jason Arokyam should use it. He is not showing his face. Okay, now Priyanka is asking one question. I will open. She was asking, the presentation is okay. My question is, the concept of IoT is mostly related to technology, and as many Indian farmers are illiterate, how can we make a concept of IoT useful to the farmer? Are there any schemes to promote IoT in India? It's a very good question. I want to tell one more some small advice. While writing examination, please don't write that the majority of our farmers are illiterate. Okay, when I was writing exam, then it is okay. But in today's condition, if you write majority of the farmers illiterate, then first you will be cut. So don't write like that. Now majority of the farmers are school educated. Whatever it is, maybe 8th standard, 10th standard, 12th standard. You are talking about very elder farmers. They may be illiterate, but that number is getting reduced every year. Every death, there are all illiterate farmers. So school dropout, you can see number of presentation by MSc PhD students in the research seminar. Education is majority, almost illiterate will be less than 10%. I tell you, in our sample size, wherever I see 10%. Okay. Now, IoT definitely you can reach, because IoT can be it's a low cost technology, we can say. IoT, whatever IoT, now the 10,000 some Kisan drones will be deployed even at subsidized cost. So these are all the things you must keep in mind. Otherwise, efforts are being taken by the government agencies. I told you one thing, NEGP. NEGP means National E-Governance Project in Agriculture, NEGPA. In that, lot of support is given by the government of India to various state governments to strengthen their IT base. There is IT nodal office. I already told in one of the presentation. Then government is also nowadays, this election manifesto, they are telling we will free give Android phone to school going children, that also they make lot of promise. Probably this will also have an effect. Laptop is given to student community, not to the farming community. But WhatsApp is the main medium, I tell you. WhatsApp is the main medium. And in exhibition, they make a lot of demo. Now, last 2 year exhibitions were highly limited. It is all only online exhibition. But it will be demonstrated. Very soon it will reach. It will reach even illiterate farmer. So I think, Manoharji, I think, is it?
Sir.
Sir?
Yes, please.
Sir, last one doubt, sir, whether my question is right or wrong, like that, sir, we have only 3 hours exam, like in mains exam, like everyone we will write, like in extension we will write lengthy questions, or for example we will write more of the content. As an evaluator, how will you expect the answer for the questions, sir, like in a concise manner, or what you will be expect from the questions, sir? Like
I tell you, whenever a person is setting question paper, he will be also asked to give the answer. They will give a space. They will give a small space for every question. Within that space, that evaluate question paper setter also will give answer. Okay, and he will try to find, for example, in one of my slide, I have shown advantages of IoT in agriculture. Okay, or sensor-based technologies. I have used. Now, the main points he will definitely, he might have written question paper setter, and they will try to match, because sometimes the evaluator are also randomly selected. If they do not have a grasp of the subject, then it will create a lot of problem. Nowadays, RTI, people will put RTI, so biasness will be drastically reduced. But as an evaluator, he will try to see whether main points are touched or not. Full mark nobody will give. Suppose except that part A, 2 mark question, 80 question, you will get, if it is the number or the answer is correct, it's a one word answer, fill in the blanks, you will get full mark. But in the case of this mark, 5 mark question and 10 mark question, 5 out of 5, they may not be able to tell. Maybe the question like list out 10 SDG, Sustainable Development Goals. If 10 are there, you will get full mark. But some kind of descriptive type of answer, they may not give full mark. But he will try to see whether that main contents matter is covered or not. And again, I want to tell you, people like crisp answer, not very lengthy answer. Is
yes,
it
sir.
satisfied you, Jayasudha?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
சோர்சஸ் இப்போ நிறைய இருக்கும்போது நமக்கு அந்த டைம்ல யோசிக்கிறதும் நிறைய வரும் இல்லைங்க சார், அதனால அந்த கேட்டீங்க சார்.
That's what Jayasudha is telling. She is telling in Tamil that when huge quantum of information is available with the candidate, how that candidate can write in a small crisp manner, that you have to practice. That is like you are writing precise writing in English literature. You are asked to write precise 1/3. You have to shorten 1/3. In the same way, you must be able to write very crisp manner.
Yes, sir.
That is a practice. That is individual based.
Jayasudha, yesterday Amol sir has thrown some light on this aspect.
Acha.
Was you there? Did you attend that session?
Yes, sir. Half only I attended, sir. Due to my class hours mingled, so half of the portions.
Yes, that's why you are asking the same questions, because this aspect was covered yesterday itself. So, okay, I will be sharing all the links with all the participants at the end of our training program. Tomorrow or day after tomorrow, I will be sharing. You can watch it to this part. Okay. Okay, thank you. Sir, one common question that is usually asked in the ARS exam. So, what will you do after you if you join as a scientist in ICAR?
You repeat again. Repeat
what
that question.
Will you do if you get selected as a scientist in ICAR?
Acha. Okay. What you will do? But the one thing I tell you, there is a concept called mentorship in every institute. Mentorship, but unfortunately, I have not seen such kind of mentorship in extension division. In other division in India, the particular scientist will be allotted for 2-3 years under one scientist, principal scientist, very senior person, and in that laboratory, that person will gain lot of experience. Even project proposal also, that person will help externally funded projects. But that is lacking in extension in everywhere. In every ICAR institute, it is lacking. Even SCIU also same problem. They do not know what they should do. Teaching institute, there is no problem. The course will be allotted and there is no problem. As a scientist, the first and foremost thing, they must see the mandate of the work. Okay, mandate of the work. Then they must read the previous year IRC and RAC reports. This means Institute Research Council and Research Advisory Committee reports proceeding. If they read, they will pick up number of points. That's a very important thing. Then HOD and director they will guide them properly. But if a scientist does not interact with the HOD or director, I think he will be aloof. He may not be able to propose anything. Otherwise, please remember, very important thing, that some people make a comment jokingly that extension people means it is many of the people are working in social science division, SSD, but simply say it is supply and service division, and we should not get that type of name. Students also in hostel, they make this kind of comment that the extension people means they will sleep in the hostel, they will sleep in the library. That type of comments we often hear. That the main reason is you should not restrict yourself to organizing only training program. The extension means it is not organizing training. Another very important thing, we often forget our subject. The one question that Jayasudha was asking, that it is a technology, IoT is a technology, but maybe it may be technology, but you yourself be able to get adequate expertise. For teaching IoT, taking a class, you need not take an engineering person to explain or computer person to explain. You should have your own knowledge. For example, if you take me when I was working in Bhubaneswar for promoting line planting under RKBY, I myself gained the enough confidence and I motivated the whole village to adopt that particular technique. So you should become an expert. You should not too much depend on, as a scientist, the dependence on other scientists for everything. For example, entomology, pathology, these are all the most frequently asked subjects at farmers level, whenever you organize any farmers program. But you should yourself can be able to answer these things. You need not depend on them. Only for high-pay training, it is okay. Otherwise, for simply varietal explanation, you need not invite the breeder, because it is agriculture extension. Agriculture extension is not a social science. It is a part of the agriculture science. We always frequently tell every time that we are not studying at undergraduate level sociology or psychology or management. We are not studying. We are studying totally professional course like BSc Agriculture or BVSc or BFSc. Only 2 years we develop our expertise. So in this context, you must know the technique, basic technique of agriculture and animal husbandry. You must know how to perform AI, pregnancy diagnosis, recommending what is called balanced nutrition, or vaccination, deworming. You need not depend on the parasitologist for this kind of thing. That is a big mistake we are doing in every institute. It is called as a social science. No, we are not at all a social scientist. We totally disagree, especially our Honorable Deputy Director General, Dr. A.K. Singh. He totally disagrees with this concept. Our people are depending on other people. Why we should depend? I am an agriculture graduate. I have undertaken one research project in NDRI. It is a ticks control, or in Hindi, chichat control. I myself went to some 20 to 25 villages. I explained everything. And I am the person, because in NDRI, mostly parasitologist persons are not there. I have explained, everybody has accepted, the technology spread has taken place very nicely. No need to depend on others.
Yes, sir.
Anything, Manohar, you would like to get additional information?
No, sir, I agree with you, sir, and you are more experienced than me, so thank you, sir.
I must also thank you for giving us an opportunity to interact with these people. We feel very happy to share our experience. And because of this preparation, I also learned many things. It is highly beneficial to me also individually, because many things I have tried to read during last 5-6 days. Whenever I get free time, I used to read and pick up. Otherwise, I tell you, advanced extension, what we teach at IVRI or NDRI, it is about that ITK, IVLP, NATP, NAIP. These are all not, I don't think it is advanced. The syllabus, it is like that, but that is not advanced. Advance in every field, everywhere advances are taking place, especially information technology, even adoption. Somebody nowadays, people are applying theory of recent action. Yesterday, that one blog, ASA blog, I was just reading. One lady from Kasargod, principal scientist, she was promoting the biological method of controlling rhinoceros beetle in coconut. But how she used that what is called TRA, or theory of recent action, and she even questioned the Roger's model of adoption categories. That is the way we have to update our knowledge. Theory of planned behavior also, I am suggesting one of my student, PhD student, to put that one and see how it is motivating the farmers to join FPO, Farmer Producer Organization.
Thank you, sir. Dear participants, sir has guided us more than 2 hours. So on behalf of Postgraduate Institute, Mahatma Phule Krishi Vidyapith Rahuri, and on behalf of all the participants, I am very much thankful to you, sir. We will be always grateful to you for your guidance, and definitely your guidance will help our students in their preparations of ICAR-NDRI ARS examinations. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Manohar. Okay. Thank
and
you.
Dear participants, in the afternoon session, Dr. Shivaji Argade sir will be with us. Please do join at 3 o'clock. He will be exclusively dealing with whole 2 hours, how to prepare for your mains as well as your how to face the Viva-Voce, that is the interview. So thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. We will stop here. Thank you.